Spike TV's Pint Brawlers. It's Puppet the Psycho Dwarf Daddy. Can you hear me?
All right, how y'all doing?
Awesome. Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Yeah, this is Sensei you're talking to with Violence Jack. He's the drunk one saying, I've been talking about his bars and all kinds of shit like that. But
well, I think we would get along real good.
Yeah, you would. I think this is your kind of show, man. Especially if you the later you come on the show, the worse it is. You probably won't even be able to understand what we're talking about by say 10:30 or so. But dude, your show is awesome, man. It's phenomenal, dude. Pint Brawlers, for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, which doesn't seem like a lot of people. You guys got monster ratings the first season.
Yeah, we did real well, especially because we were on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights, so we were pulling 1.4 to 1.5 million a week. It's expanded the company so well. I mean, what else do you need? You got hardcore midget girls, you got hardcore midget wrestlers, you got girls, you got beer, and you need alcohol, and then you're gonna have a good time, dude.
Right, we do need the hardcore midget girls though. That is a missing element.
We're coming on to season 2. We're in negotiations with a bunch of different networks right now, and you're going to see some pretty extraordinary things coming up. We got 2 new rookies. You can go to the website at pintbrawlers.com. We got Jay Mazing and Ricky, and there's a lot of action going on with the Pint Brawlers.
But you're not going to be back on Spike for sure? I would have thought Spike would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're all
these
over us,
motherfuckers
but
up for 5 years.
What it is we're independently owned. We did it a different way, and we're going to go where the money is and the advertising and everything else stuff. So our lawyers are talking to all the different networks right now, and we're going to make a decision soon.
Oh, excellent. Well, you're independently owning it, so they don't throw any budget. Did your budget for the new season? Are you shooting this new season already?
No, because we got private investors, and we want to hear what kind of advertising they're going. We're getting it set up. We got a chance to go overseas with the Marines and do a big show. I'm trying to get a show on a big aircraft, actually, and we got a lot of new opportunities happening coming up. I got to top what I did last season, and so I'm coming up with ways to do it.
Awesome.
We're going
so the budget is going to be
baby.
Upgraded. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great news. We had Al Snow on when you guys were doing those monster ratings. He works for TNA. We were telling him, man, the midget companies outdraw your company, man. You guys spend a lot more money on your shit.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if that went over so good.
We were a low budget, just follow the cameras, follow us around, and we did it, and so I think that's why all the networks are so interested in it, because this is what we do every day. It's not like I'm waiting for the network. I tour constantly. You can go to the website, pintbrawlers.com. We're in every city all over the country, and all the cameras have to do is follow us.
Hey, Violence Jack, I know you want to get in here. I'm sure you want to talk about his TNA days and shit, of course, I would imagine. But anyway, I won't put words in your mouth, Daddy. I know you got your own shit to talk about.
I was just going to say it's amazing a wrestling company that runs off a model of making money. It's pretty impressive that it's not rocket science apparently. And one person I would think had been watching Pint Brawlers is Eric Bischoff. The reaction thing seems sort of like a take on just to point the camera and follow people around thing. Any thoughts on that?
Well, Eric Bischoff tried to pull it off. Nothing against the guy, man. I know him very well. I still make appearances on the TNA, because I'm always out there trying to get our names out there. But he tried to pull off a midget wrestling company. We beat him to the punch. We did our thing, and you're not going to top us. I got the craziest midgets out there in America now, and they're all coming to me. So he just kind of realized, well, I'm not going to touch that genre because I got them. They're on contract with me, and we're having a blast, and these guys like working for me. So, midget on midget, why not work for a midget, not a tall guy? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing with the Bischoff project, because I was going to ask you about that for sure myself, because I got a whole list of notes here, man. I got shit to talk to you about. But that whole Bischoff thing, I think that because I know that they did the taping, and they had a lot of like I don't know. I mean, for the midget wrestling world, like the bigger kind of names are like names people would know, like Demo and Meatball and Blix, like the little guys and the biggest midget and all that. They had some good guys in it, but it sounds like from what I read on the taping, it sounded like it was just looked like Impact, but midget wrestling instead of like what you guys are doing is way more. He probably looked at what you guys are doing.
We're not just a wrestling company. We're not. I don't hire like 12 guys out there. I do stand-up acts. We do Jackass stunts. We're a mixer of like stand-up, Jackass meets Girls Gone Wild meets wrestling. We're all in one. We're personalities. We're not mini anybody. Just like at WWE, they always want to hire mini, whatever character. We're our own characters. We're our own people, and we have a lot to offer. So it came across on the cameras, and it was a hit.
Yeah, see, what I'm imagining is that somebody at Spike probably leaked him a copy of your show, and he probably just went, "Oh, fuck this! It's over." My midget show, there's no fucking way.
All the time, and he said I cornered it, and I did. I cornered I beat everybody to the punch, and this is not like anything that we haven't been doing. We've been doing for 15 years. We've been underground doing our thing. I was the very first midget wrestling company doing the bars and everything. And then everybody, the rejects that we didn't want started their own company because they didn't want to train. They just thought they could be midgets and put on a show. Well, hell no. I mean, you got to not only can they hurt themselves, they can hurt me, if they don't know what they're doing. And a lot of the meatballs and all that guy, all he wanted was a belt, and he can't wrestle worth a lick. So that's the difference between us. And if he doesn't want to train, screw him. I'm not going to work with him.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of what really works is it really is a fresh approach to wrestling, whereas an Impact is using the Raw formula, and we've all seen that for 15 years now, and it's pretty stale and tired. And you really do offer a true wrestling alternative outside of just being a gimmick with the midget aspect.
Right, because I've been in the entertainment business all my life. I started off in the acting business. I was in the Babe with John Goodman. I did a lot of film work when I was out in L.A. I did stand-up, for a good 5 years. And I just kind of mixed everything that I did into one. And I knew it, eventually this thing's going to take off because it's so different. And with the reality world, you got reality, life. Well, yeah, it's reality, but it's also, I've been in the entertainment business a long time, so you still got to be entertaining. We're more than wrestlers. We're personalities. We were in a Jackass 3D movie. We got a lot more offers coming in for film work now. We're expanding into something that I was hoping would happen, and it's working out.
Are you guys involved in the Jackass part where all the midgets are in the bar scene and the police midgets come?
I'm the one that picks a fight with Weaving because of the girl. That's me.
I was fucking crying.
That's us in Jackass 3D.
Did you stick for his ball or what?
And we were hitting each other.
I was crying in the theater.
Yeah, Weeman's a good sport, man. We had a blast.
Hey, oh fuck! I had something about that, Jackass. Let me because I gotta get some of these notes, and you could pipe in any time, Violence Jack, and if you got something. But you were just talking about before you got into the Jackass thing and all that. You were talking about the guys that were training and the guys you have working on your roster, and I got like the guys who are on your roster. I don't know who Mad Mex is, but I know
Mad Mex is
he's a Mexican one, brother. He's a Mexican-looking one.
Yep.
The hardcore one.
No, I know. No, Mr. California, please. I know who he is on the TV show. I'm getting to a fucking point. God, let me get to my fucking point, Mr. California.
He just hates it because I know more wrestling than him. That's why he hates it.
Oh, there you go.
I was getting to the point. He's the one on the show that I don't know from before Half Pint Brawlers show, but I know Beautiful Bobby and Little Kato.
They were
around here. Yeah, they've been around here in the Midwest for a long time. I got pictures with Little Kato from like fucking 20 years ago or something.
Their father is Lord Littlebrook. Their father is Lord Littlebrook, who started midget wrestling in the WWE.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I was looking on the halfpintbrawlers.com site, and it's got the cast bios and shit like that. It says that they're Beautiful Bobby's from St. Joseph, and then it said his father. It didn't say who his father was, but I put two and two together, and like all the midgets used to come out of St. Joseph, Missouri. Like Lord Littlebrook was on primetime wrestling like every other week, pretty much. And I was wondering if that must have been their dad. Well, so there you go. That's a second generation star there, Violence Jack. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
So that's cool. Did you get trained out of St. Joe, or who trained you?
I
did
got
you get trained by
Chicago with Windy City Wrestling. I was on at this time when I got introduced to wrestling. I was with Mancow's Morning Madhouse, national radio show, and I was doing stunts for him. And Windy City Wrestling approached me and said, "Man, you got to get in the entertainment business. You're perfect for this business." You know, at first I was kind of like, nah, because the only thing I ever saw was midgets biting, people in the ass and acting like idiots. And I said, that's not for me. And he goes, no, man, I'll train you. You do regular matches, and we'll work this out. Convinced me, and now I'm totally glad he did. My very first show I did with him, I noticed that the midgets got a lot of attention. And I said, shit, I could do this myself, open up my own company and just get a bunch of midgets. My very first show was at Sluggers, right across the street from Wrigleyville. And middle of winter, January, sold it out. They were looking in the windows. It's like 5 degrees below, and I knew I had a hit. And then after that, I just, 15 years later, we tour the country and have a great time.
And you were on the first to get away from the ass biting and like the comedy spots that the WWF used to do on TV all the time. When the pay-per-views for TNA, the weekly pay-per-views, they started that thing up. They brought in you and Tio and some other guys to fight on their shows. How did that get going? And for the people that don't know, they weren't really comedy matches, except for the commentary was kind of comedic. But the matches were like the hardcore blood and
what it was,
shit.
I went to the WWA and I met a lot of the guys when I went to Europe. And they said, and the WWA allowed us to do regular matches, brought us in. The Macho Man's the one that introduced me, because before that I was doing the Slim Jim tours with him. And he got me involved with all that. Randy was a great help with me. And he brought me into the TNA, and when they were first starting, and me and Jeff Jarrett, man, he didn't even have a match out. He used all my radio connections, and me and him went on a radio tour just to promote that company. So I was right there from the beginning. And that kind of helped me out, getting our names out there and showing that, Tio and I are doing real matches, and this is no joke. This is what we do. We do hardcore. We did everything from an 8-foot steel cage match where Tio jumped off it and put me through a table. Of course, we did the thumbtack chairs, all that stuff. And with that, through the WWA and then moving to TNA, that really helped me out a lot.
And Tio is sort of in and out with you guys? Is he totally in or kind of half out?
He came back out, but then he broke his leg, so he needs some time off right now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that dude, I don't know, whatever. From what I'm gathering and from what I've heard from other people in the business, that dude's the Shawn Michaels of the midget wrestling world.
Yeah, he's got some skills.
Yeah, and he's got the backstage piss people off kind of thing going on.
He's got
Shawn
an
Michaels.
attitude. Yeah, he's got
obviously,
an attitude.
Obviously,
he doesn't think his shit stinks. Put it that way.
All right, Mr. California, I'll let you ask a few questions. I got some more too, but I know Mr. California is biting his lip here after taking that verbal tongue lashing I gave him earlier. Go ahead, Daddy. You got
not really, brother. Just man, it's all raw family here in Awesome Bomb. I mean, the question I have for a puppet is, man, I do death matches myself, brother. And I respect what you guys do as little people. You know what I mean? Actually, my question is, WWA, when you went over there, that's actually the first time I ever seen you, man. I don't know the guy I think it was him, the guy you were talking about who you wrestled, the one you guys were talking about.
That's Theo.
Yeah, and then you guys were battering. You guys started battering in the dressing room. You guys came outside, and then fucking you guys threw thumbtacks. You threw each other on the apron, you know, and on the front on the stage and shit. And here comes Big Papa Pump, and he picks your little ass up and he throws you across the thing and he fucks everything up. And I was like, oh man, why? I want to see these midgets, man. You know what I mean? And
there you go.
I mean, what happened? Why did they do that to you, man? Why did they cut you off like that, man?
You know, we were the new young guys in the group. You know, y'all got to earn your way, right? So we had to take the bumps and do some stuff. And when we first started, just like any other, you know, just because we're midgets, you know, I had to take the bumps and do everything that the tall guys do. But that's how we gain respect. That's how we gain respect in this business.
Yeah,
that's what's different with the Pint Brawlers and all those other punk-ass bitches.
I mean, go ahead.
Puppet, I think what Mr. California is really trying to ask, though, is what did you think of The Miz winning the world title?
Hey, no question, brother. He's fucking just being an idiot.
Hang on.
I met Miz when we were doing the red carpet.
I came to the place to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to the place to play. To the good old days. They're never coming back.
Hey, Noah Puppet. They're doing some dumb shit. I know that they're doing.
I can't even understand what that song was.
That was fucking some jobber guy from WWE, brother.
Oh, all right.
It's the Miz theme song. We got that for Mr. California. He loves the Miz.
I love it.
I love it. He's a Miz arc.
Well, I met him. I met him at the red carpet event for Jackass 3D. Yeah.
There you go.
But we just find it funny that a guy that's into underground deathmatch blood matches loves the Miz so much, you know.
I know him personally. I know him personally. That's why I give these guys shit, brother. I know because I know that guy personally, and you know I just give them shit because they're old school over here, and they like Larry the King Lawler, and then you know I just fuck with them. That's why we get all mad.
And we love Larry the Miz. Hey, listen, I mean, when I look at Puppet style, I see a lot of Jerry the King Lawler, Nick Bockwinkel, Larry Zbyszko. I'm not seeing the Miz in that style. Come on.
I know he's not. He's not that style. He's new school. But enough of that, brother. Enough of that. Let me ask another question. I mean, you're one of the when you guys went to Mexico on your Halftime Brawlers show. I know you guys didn't thought those guys respect you enough, but when you guys started stapling each other on the tongue, on the forehead, on the nose, man, they got your respect, man.
They loved us, man. I was all nervous because we didn't even know if we were going to be on the show. You know, I was kind of winging that one, and that's something I've always wanted to do. You know. Go down there and wrestle with them, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, you know. But once we got in there and we did our thing, man, they were giving us hugs and saying that's some shit they've never seen, you know, something totally different for them. So I was just gonna come in and do my style, which I know it's totally different from what they do, but I'm gonna do my style, and hopefully they enjoyed it, and the crowd was going crazy, you know, stuff. So, you know, it worked out. I had a blast.
Well, in Mexico, they take the minis way more seriously than they ever did here. I mean, but those minis are insanely great, though. I mean, it's
that's why I had to make sure that I did our style. I'm not going to sit there and try to compare to those high-flying minis. They're unbelievable. But I'm going to do what we do, and then hopefully in a different way we shocked them, you know, and that worked. And of course, now we got markets down there wanting us because we're totally different from the minis. Minis do their thing. I'm not going to even compare myself to the minis, but we do the hardcore styles.
The breakout, you guys, and I don't know how many people are watching or listening, but I'm sure almost everybody that's listening to us loves the show. So it's the type of thing that the people that listen to us would love because you got the drinking, the partying, the chicks, you got all that shit, but the breakout star. I mean, you're the leader of the thing, so everyone recognizes you. But to me, the breakout star of the show, and it probably was built that way from whoever did the editing and shit, was definitely Turtle. I mean, he's a new guy, and I read on the thing that he's working out with you, and he's lost some weight and shit like that. But I mean, there's not really much chance.
This is the thing about Turtle. This is the thing about Turtle, man. I loved him from day one, but I knew he was never physically. It's impossible for him to be a professional wrestler. So I'm not going to call him.
That's what I was just going to say.
I'm going to call him an entertainer. And
right.
He took all the shit that he could possibly take. And you're right, he was the breakout star of the show. Everywhere we go, he moved up. He's in my office now. He's working the phones. He's doing the stupid Jackass stunts, doing everything that made him famous. Everybody doesn't believe it, and we have to go through the live shows so they see him taking his piss and all that. Hello?
How was that noise? Yeah, hey, I don't know what that noise is. That's on Mr. California's line. I'm gonna bring it back up.
Is that Amos using a water bone?
No, it's on. Hey, Mr. California, hang up and call back in. And that's on Mr. California's line. I don't know what that
sorry
is.
about that, man. There you go, bro. I'm sorry about that, man.
There it is. What in the fuck are you doing? Smoking
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I'm doing light tubes over here. I'm not even on barbed wire. That's why, you know what I mean? Just be happy with the phone.
But yeah. Anyway, back to Turtle. This guy is the best, and I was gonna say it doesn't look like from him running the ropes and shit that there's gonna be a possibility for him to ever put on like a really great wrestling match. But the guy is funny as shit. He's drinking his own piss. He's drinking piss, doing all the Jackass stunts. That's something.
And he's doing that at live shows right now because no one ever believes him. So I bring him up there, and they see it live. I'll let them smell the piss to make sure they know it's real. Everybody says it can't be real. Well, that's the lucky thing about us. When we don't only have a show, we do it right there live. So every city we go into, Turtle's drinking piss. And he still gets the girls to make out with him.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask about. It's like, it's got to be, and I don't know how many people have, like, wives or families or whatever, but I would think, man, it's just got to be. There's just has to be loads of chicks anywhere you go because they might, just one-night standers everywhere. I would imagine that's got to be the case because I know chicks that definitely want to fuck a midget. They may not want to, marry a midget or something, but they want to definitely get laid by one just because, And why not take advantage of that?
It's an experience you never know, and people want to see what the sizes we are and everything else, and sure, I'll show.
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. It's like, man, dude, if you got something, you got a gimmick right there. Like you got the in already, and there's there's tons of chicks that are only into it.
It's not cheating when you fuck a midget. You know why? It's not cheating when you fuck a midget, because she can go home and tell her husband she fucked a midget, and he won't believe her anyway. She's like, oh, that's a funny story, honey. They can come clean.
I don't believe it. That's true.
Yeah. It's not cheating.
Yeah, it's so great, though. It's got to be great for you guys, though. I would think.
I'm not complaining. We're rock stars, dude.
I know.
Well, yeah,
that's what makes the show so great. You guys are rock stars. You're not just putting on like this weird, stupid, like cheesy wrestling gimmick. Go ahead, Violence Jack.
Well, yeah, Violence Jack was just gonna say too. There's from what I've seen, no real shame in fucking a midget because I've seen a few midget porns, and you gotta believe me, I stand at an astounding 5'4.5" with my boots on, and what some of you guys are fucking packing, I'm just like, God damn, I'm a genetic freak. I'm so small. I was this guy that I dwarfed, just like so much more impressive.
What was that? Joey. What was his name? Joey. The real. Oh, and there's a black one too. I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, it's insane.
A black one.
Yeah, a black midget porn star. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, everybody watches it. Everyone quit judging everybody.
Guys.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Papa, here's another question, brother. What made you get a tattoo on Turtle's ass with your face on it, brother, with jerry curls? That shit was
you know what it was? It's because I wanted to be an actor back in the 80s, and I was a typical 80s permed hair, long hair, and they used to make fun of my headshot. So I got with all my boys, and I'd say, well, Turtle's thinking he's getting the HPB, tattooed to his ass, and I thought, well, what's a better way to initiate him but put my headshot on his ass so he didn't get to see what we were tattooing the whole time and stuff. So he has to live with having my face on his ass for the rest of his life.
That's funny. That was funny, man.
It's cool because we go to the gym and work out, and every time we're in the locker room, everybody's looking at him like, what the fuck? He's got a man's tattooed on his ass. It's hilarious. I'm still laughing at that. He calls my headshot, I'm the white Lionel Richie.
Hey, okay, we've only got a couple minutes left, and I want to make sure we get all the plugs in and everything and find out exactly when you think the next season's going to come up and everything.
No, I really can't answer that right now, but it's coming up real soon. Our website's pretty interactive, so it'll tell you everything that's going on with us. But we are touring the country, so make sure you check out. Like if you're in Vegas right now, we're at the Silver Casino, a big casino down there this week. And so we're performing Vegas, and make sure you come out and see us because it's an unbelievable time.
Awesome. Hey, Puppet, thanks a lot for coming on the show. We'll definitely keep up with you guys. We got to have you back on when the new season gets ready to come on.
All right.
And tell everybody about that.